She said, "Why can't you be more like Jessica's husband? He just bought her a BMW." I replied, "Good point." Then I matched his energy by asking for a prenup like he did. Her attitude changed instantly when the attorney explained what that meant. I, 32 male, have been with my fiancé, 29, for 4 years, engaged for 6 months. Weddings planned for next spring. We've had a good relationship overall, or so I thought. I work in finance, make decent money, 140 Kai for a year. She's a marketing coordinator making around $55,000. We split expenses proportionally. Seemed fair. No issues until about 3 weeks ago. We're at her friend's house for a dinner party. Her friend and her husband are there showing off their new BMW X5. Beautiful car, probably $75 with the options. My fiancé spent the entire night gushing over it, taking photos, sitting in it, the works. On the drive home, she's quiet, then drops this. "Why can't you be more like her husband? He just bought her a BMW for no reason. Just because he loves her." I'm driving, processing this. We've talked about financial goals, saving for the house down payment. Remember, other people can do both. Her husband manages just fine. He makes more than I do, so work harder, get promoted. Other men provide for their wives properly. That word, properly, like I'm failing some test I didn't know I was taking. I don't respond, just drive home. She's pouty for the rest of the evening. Next morning, still cold. I let it go, figure she'll get over it. She doesn't. For the next week, it's constant comparisons. Her husband takes her on weekend trips. Her husband surprised her with designer bags. Her husband doesn't make her split restaurant bills. Always her husband like he's the gold standard of manhood I'm failing to meet. By week 2, I'm annoyed. We're supposed to be partners, not me being her ATM, but I don't want to fight before the wedding, so I keep quiet. Then last Saturday, we're having coffee with another couple. Guy mentions his prenup. My fiancé laughs. Who even does that anymore? So unromantic. The guy shrugs. Protected both of us. Smart decision. After they leave, my fiancé goes off. Can you imagine making your wife sign paperwork like she's a business deal? So insulting. That's when it clicks. I text her friend's husband. We're friendly enough. "Hey man, random question. You guys have a prenup?" He responds within minutes. "Yeah, solid one too." Financial advisor insisted before I bought the ring. "Why?" "Just curious." "Fiancé keeps comparing me to you. Well, thought I'd match your energy." "Exactly." LOL. Good luck with that conversation. So, there it is. It's the perfect husband who buys BMWs and takes spontaneous trips. Also protected his assets with a prenup. Interesting. Sunday dinner. My fiancé starts in again. I was thinking after the wedding, maybe I could get a nicer car, something more substantial, like a BMW. Her eyes light up. Exactly. See, you do get it. Sure. Good point. Actually, if we're doing things like that, I should probably be more like him in all ways. What do you mean? Well, he's clearly financially smart, successful. I should follow his model completely. She's smiling. Thinks she won. I'm glad you're finally understanding what I've been saying. Absolutely. Which is why I'm going to do what he did. Start with a prenuptial agreement just like he has. Her smile vanishes instantly. What? A prenup? Like him? You keep saying I should be more like him. So, I'm taking your advice. All of it. That's different. How? It just is. That's cold calculating. You don't trust me. Has nothing to do with trust. It's smart, financial planning. You said it yourself. He's the model husband. He did it. So should I. She stands up, actually trembling with anger. I can't believe you'd even suggest that. After 4 years, this is what you think of me. I think we should protect both of us, like he protected both of them. That's what you wanted, right? For me to be more like him. She storms out, goes to her mom's house. I get a text an hour later. "We need to talk about this. You're being unreasonable." I don't respond. I'm done being compared to someone whose full story she didn't even know. Tuesday morning, I call a family law attorney. Explain the situation. She laughs. So, she wants the lifestyle, but not the protection that funds it. Exactly. Smart move. Come in Thursday. We'll draft something fair. Thursday afternoon, I meet with the attorney. She drafts a prenup that's actually pretty reasonable. It protects my premarital assets, retirement accounts, investments, my condo that I owned before we met, keeps our debts separate, and includes a clause about lifestyle maintenance if we divorce before 10 years. After 10 years, it becomes more equitable. Standard stuff, nothing crazy. Cost me $25,500 for the draft and consultation. Worth it. Friday evening, my fiancé texts, Can we please talk? I miss you. I invite her over. She arrives with takeout. Her apology, love language. We eat. She's chatting about work, pretending Sunday never happened. Finally, I pull out the envelope, so I took your advice, went ahead and matched his energy. Here's the prenup. Her face goes pale. You got a lawyer? You said I should be more like him. He has one now. I do too. She doesn't open the envelope, just stares at it like it's radioactive. I can't believe you're serious about this. Dead serious. It's fair. Protects both of us. Your lawyer can review it. My lawyer? You expect me to hire a lawyer? The attorney said, you should have independent counsel review it. That's how it works. She stands up, leaves the envelope on the table. I need to think about this. She leaves again. This time, though, I don't chase. I'm done playing games. Update 1. 1 week later. The past week has been absolutely wild. Let me break down the chaos that erupted after I presented the prenup. Saturday morning, day after our conversation, my phone starts blowing up. Her mom, her sister, her best friend, all calling, all saying basically the same thing. How dare I insult her daughter, sister, friend with a prenup? I don't answer any of them. Let them leave voicemails. Her mom's is particularly unhinged. You should be ashamed. My daughter is a catch. She could have anyone. You're lucky she said yes. This prenup nonsense is disrespectful and cruel. Call me immediately. I don't call. Instead, I forward the voicemail to my attorney. She responds, document everything. This kind of pressure is why prenups exist. Sunday, my fiancée shows up with her mother and sister. Intervention time. I let them in because I'm curious how this will play out. Her mom starts immediately. We need to discuss this prenup situation. It's completely unacceptable. Actually, it's completely standard for people with assets to protect. Her sister jumps in. Assets? What assets? You're not rich. This is insulting. I have a condo worth $320, retirement accounts totaling about $180K, and investments around $95K. That's $595 in assets I had before the relationship. The prenup protects that. Seems reasonable. Her mom scoffs. Marriage is about sharing everything. This is just you being selfish. Okay, so let's talk about her friend's husband then. The one with the BMW. He has a PINA, protects his assets. She never had a problem with that. Actually praised him for it. So why is it different when I do it? Dead silence. Finally, my fiancé speaks. That's different. They're different people. Different how? He makes more than me, has more to protect. By that logic, he needs a prenup even more. Yet you held him up as the perfect husband. Can't have it both ways. Her sister tries a new angle. You're basically saying you don't trust her. I'm saying I'm being financially smart, like the guy you told me to emulate. Either it's smart when he does it, or it's insulting when anyone does it. Pick one. More silence. Then her mom plays the guilt card. If you loved her, you wouldn't need this. If she loved me, she wouldn't compare me to other men and demand I change while refusing to accept the full reality of how those men actually operate. That one lands. They leave shortly after my fiancé shooting daggers at me the whole time. Monday, I get a call from her friend, the one with the BMW. Hey, so awkward call. My husband told me about your text. Just wanted to say, maybe don't tell her about our prenup. Too late, already did. Oh, well, she's pretty upset. She's upset that I'm doing exactly what she told me to do. Interesting. Look, the prenup thing, it's different for us. How? It's complicated. Our families come from money. It made sense for us, and it makes sense for me, too. I worked hard for what I have. Why should I risk it? She can't answer that. The call ends awkwardly. Tuesday brings a new development. My fiancé shows up with a lawyer. Budget 1. Based on the letterhead, he's maybe mid-50s. Looks like he handles traffic tickets and small claims. They sit on my couch. He pulls out the prenup, so I've reviewed this document. It's quite comprehensive. My attorney is thorough. Too thorough. My client feels this is overreaching. In what way? He flips through pages. The lifestyle clause, the asset protection, the debt separation, it's all very protective of your interests. That's the point of a prenup. But it leaves my client vulnerable. How? She keeps everything she brings in. Her debts stay hers. Her assets stay hers. If we divorce, she gets fair compensation based on length of marriage. What's unfair about that? He shifts uncomfortably. Well, the compensation schedule seems modest. It's based on standard calculations. She's seen them. What's the issue? My fiancé finally speaks up. The issue is that I'm supposed to be your wife, not some employee with a termination package. You're the one who wanted me to be more like him. He protected himself. I'm protecting myself. You wanted this. I wanted you to be generous, successful, not paranoid. I'm being smart. There's a difference. Her lawyer tries to smooth things over. Perhaps we could negotiate some terms, make it more equitable. It is equitable. Both of us keep our premarital assets. Both of us keep our separate debts. Both of us benefit from a clear financial structure. If she doesn't like those terms, she's free to not sign. Dead silence. Then my fiancé stands up. This is ridiculous. You're choosing money over me. You're choosing a BMW over reality. We're both making choices here. They leave. Her lawyer looks uncomfortable, like he knows this is stupid, but she's paying him, so he has to play along. Wednesday, her father calls. We've always gotten along well, which made this call surprising. Son, what's going on with this prenup business? I explain the whole story. The BMW comments, the comparisons, finding out about her friend's husband's prenup, everything. He listens without interrupting finally. So let me get this straight. She spent weeks telling you to be more like this guy. You find out he has a prenup. You get a prenup. Now she's mad. Exactly. Long pause. That's pretty stupid on her part. Sir, my daughter, that's stupid. She can't demand you copy someone and then get mad when you actually do it. Give me a day. Thursday, my fiancé calls. Her dad talked to her. She's willing to discuss compromises. We meet at a coffee shop, neutral ground. She's got notes, actual handwritten notes. I talked to Daddy. He helped me understand some things, such as maybe the prenup isn't completely unreasonable, but we need changes. What changes? She slides over her notes. I read them. My jaw actually drops. She wants the lifestyle clause removed. So if we divorce early, I still pay her like we'd been married 10 plus years. Her student loans $45 paid off by me pre-wedding as a good faith gesture and a clause guaranteeing she gets a $50K plus vehicle within the first year of marriage. Are you serious right now? These are my terms if you want me to sign. Your terms? This isn't a negotiation. This is you wanting all the benefits of the prenup's protections, but none of the responsibilities. I deserve security. You have security. You keep your job, your earnings, your assets. What you want is my assets with no commitment. That's not how this works. Then we have a problem. We sure do. I stand up, leave the coffee shop, I'm done. This isn't about protection anymore. This is about her showing me exactly who she is when she doesn't get her way, and I'm paying attention. Update 2. 2 weeks later, things have escalated in ways I didn't anticipate. The prenup situation has revealed layers of entitlement I never saw during our 4 years together. Here's how the past 2 weeks have unfolded. First, the family pressure campaign intensified. Her uncle, who I've met maybe 3 times, calls me. You're tearing this family apart with your selfishness. How so? The prenup. You're treating her like a gold digger. I'm treating her like someone who spent weeks telling me to spend money like someone who has a prenup. So I got a prenup. You're being difficult on purpose. I'm being consistent. Big difference. He hangs up. Then her grandmother calls. This one almost works because I actually like her grandmother. Sweetie, why are you being so stubborn about this paperwork? Grandma, she spent weeks comparing me to a guy who has the exact same paperwork. I'm just following the example she insisted I follow. But she's upset. She's upset that I took her advice. That seems like a her problem. Even Grandma can't argue with that logic. The calls taper off after that. But the in-person confrontations continue. Last Tuesday, her brother shows up at my office. Security calls me. There's someone here to see me. I go down. It's him. We need to talk about, you know what? The prenup. You're being unreasonable. Your sister told me to be more like someone. I found out that someone has a prenup. I got a prenup. Where's the unreasonable part? And the unreasonable part is you're making her jump through hoops. No, I'm asking her to sign a document that protects both of us. She could have had the same protection for her assets. She doesn't have any, which is kind of the point. He gets aggressive. You calling my sister poor? I'm saying she has student debt and minimal assets. That's just facts. The prenup protects me from her debt and her from mine. It's fair. You're a piece of work. I'm a guy who took his fiancée's advice. She should be happy. He leaves. Security makes a note of it just in case. Wednesday, I get an email from the wedding venue. My fiancé contacted them asking about postponing. They're asking me to confirm since I'm the one who paid the deposit, $6,500. I call them back. Don't postpone anything. If she wants to cancel, she can call me. The venue coordinator sounds stressed. Sir, she was quite insistent. She said you two are having issues. We're having a disagreement about financial planning. The wedding is still on as far as I'm concerned. If she wants it canceled or postponed, she needs to discuss it with me first, not go behind my back to vendors. Understood. We'll make a note. Thursday brings the real escalation. I get home from work to find my fiancée in my condo. She still has a key. She's sitting on the couch with our wedding binder crying. Real tears this time, not performance tears. We need to fix this. The wedding is in 6 months. Invitations go out next month. We can't do this anymore. I sit down. Keep my distance. I agree. So, sign the prenup. I can't sign it as written. It's too one-sided. It protects both of us equally. You just don't like that you don't gain access to my assets while keeping yours separate. That's not fair. That's exactly what's happening. You want me to risk $590 in assets while you risk nothing, because you have nothing to risk. The prenup levels the playing field. I'm not a financial risk. I'm your future wife. Then sign the prenup and prove it. If you're not after my money, you've got nothing to worry about. She's crying harder now. Why are you being so cold about this? This isn't the man I fell in love with. The man you fell in love with didn't have to listen to weeks of comparisons to someone wealthier. That changed things. I was just frustrated. I didn't mean it like that. You meant it exactly like that. You wanted me to spend more, be more, give more. Fine. But that comes with protection. That's the trade-off. She pulls herself together, wipes her face. What if we compromise? I sign a prenup, but you pay off my student loans first. No, just like that. Just like that. Your student loans are your debt from before we met. The prenup specifically protects both of us from premarital debt. I'm not paying $45 to make you more comfortable signing a document that protects us equally. You're really going to let our relationship end over this. I'm not letting it end. You are. You can sign the prenup and we get married, or don't sign it and we don't. Your choice. She leaves without another word. Friday morning, her attorney calls me directly. Bold move. Mr. Last Name, we need to discuss your position. You can discuss it with my attorney. I'm trying to avoid unnecessary legal costs. Then advise your client to sign the prenup or walk away. Those are the options. You're being unreasonable. My client has legitimate concerns. Your client wants me to pay off her debt and buy her a luxury car within a year while signing away my right to protect my assets. That's not legitimate concerns. That's greed. That's defamatory. That's documented in her own handwriting. She gave me a list of demands. I kept it. Want a copy? Silence. Then I'll speak with my client. You do that. The call ends. That afternoon, I get a text from her best friend. You're really going to lose her over a piece of paper. If a piece of paper is more important than our relationship, maybe we shouldn't get married. That's not what I meant. That's exactly what you meant. She can sign it or not. Her call. You're being stubborn. I'm being smart. Ask your friend with the BMW how that's working out for them. No response to that. Saturday brings the nuclear option. My fiancée shows up with her parents. Both of them. They want a family meeting. I let them in because I'm honestly curious how far this will go. Her dad seems uncomfortable. Her mom is ready for war. We've prepared a counter-proposal. A counter-proposal to a prenup? That's just negotiating a prenup. Tell your attorney to send it to mine. We're trying to avoid more legal fees, then accept the original terms. They're fair. Her mom slides over papers. I read them. It's worse than my fiancé's coffee shop list. They want no prenup, but a marital agreement that gives her access to all marital assets, including my premarital condo if we live in it. Requires me to maintain lifestyle standards, including a luxury vehicle for her, pay off her student loans within the first year, and contribute $75 to a family planning fund for future children. In exchange, I get absolutely nothing. No protection of my assets, no limits on her spending, nothing. This is a joke, right? Her dad speaks up. We're trying to find middle ground. Middle ground? This gives her everything and gives me nothing. This is worse than no prenup at all. Her mom snaps. You're being selfish. Marriage is about sharing. Marriage is about partnership. This makes me a wallet, not a partner. The answer is no. Then there won't be a wedding. If that's her choice, I'll respect it. But I'm not signing away $595K in assets and committing to another $75K plus in spending for someone who won't sign a basic prenup. Her dad stands up. Let's go. This isn't working. They leave. My fiancé lingers at the door. This is really it. You're choosing money over us. You're choosing access to money over us. Don't flip this. She leaves. I sit on my couch, look at their ridiculous counterproposal, and realize something. I dodged a massive bullet. The prenup didn't cause these problems. It revealed them. Update 3 final. It's been a month since the prenup conversation started. The wedding was supposed to be in 5 months. Here's how everything finally resolved. First week of the month, my fiance stopped contacting me completely. No calls, no texts, nothing. I assumed she was done and started planning accordingly. Called the venue, explained we'd need to cancel. They were sympathetic, said the deposit was non-refundable. I knew that, but at least we wouldn't owe the remaining $1,800. Called the caterer, photographer, DJ, florist. Most deposits were lost. Total damage around $9,200. Hurt financially, but cheaper than a bad marriage. Day 5 of silence. Her friend with the BMW calls me. So my husband told me everything about you asking him about our prenup, about how this whole thing started. Okay, I feel partly responsible. She was comparing you to him constantly. I should have told her to stop. Appreciate that. But she made her own choices. The comparison started the conversation, but her reaction to the prenup finished it. For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing. Our prenup saved us during a rough patch last year, protected both of us. What happened? I wanted to leave. Long story, personal issues. The prenup meant I could have left cleanly, fairly without lawyers bankrupting us both. Knowing that actually made me stay and work on things. Sounds weird, but the protection made me feel safe to commit. That's exactly the point. But she can't see it. She sees it. She just doesn't like it because she doesn't have assets to protect. Makes her feel unequal. But that's not your fault. No, it's not. Day 8. Her father calls. Just him. Can we talk? Off the record, Manto Man. We meet at a quiet bar. He looks tired. I need to apologize. My wife has been pushing our daughter toward this materialistic mindset for years. The BMW thing, the comparison to other husbands, all of it. That's her mother's influence. And yours? I stayed quiet when I should have pushed back, trying to keep the peace. But you calling out the prenup double standard, that needed to happen. My daughter needs a reality check. Is she getting one? He shakes his head. Not yet. She's doubled down. Thinks she can find someone who will give her everything with no protection. Maybe she will, but probably not someone with actual assets to protect. What about the wedding? She wants to cancel it. Save face. Blame you for being controlling with the prenup. Let her. I already canceled the vendors anyway. Lost about $9,000 in deposits, but it's done. He winces. That's rough. Sorry. Cheaper than a divorce in 5 years when she gets bored and wants out with half my stuff. He can't argue with that. We finish our drinks. He pays. Small gesture, but I appreciate it. Day 12, her attorney sends a formal letter to my attorney. My fiancé wants the engagement ring back, not to return it to me. She wants to keep it, claims it was a gift with no conditions. My attorney responds, engagement rings are conditional gifts in our state. Condition being marriage. No marriage. Ring comes back. They threaten to sue. My attorney sends them case law. They go quiet. Day 14, I change my locks. She still hasn't returned her key. Not taking chances. Cost me $240, but worth it. That evening, she shows up, tries her key, realizes it doesn't work, pounds on the door. You changed the locks? Are you kidding me? I answer through the Ring camera. Yep, wedding's off. No reason for you to have access to my place. I have stuff here. No, you don't. I packed it all up 2 weeks ago. Been sitting in the garage. I'll have it delivered. You can't just lock me out. I can. And I did. Just like you tried to lock me out of my own assets. Feels bad, doesn't it? She screams some choice words at the camera. I save the footage. Might need it later. Day 16. The ring situation resolves. Her attorney agrees to return it. She comes by. I meet her outside. Don't let her in. Hands it. Over without a word. Looks at it one last time like it physically hurts. I take it, put it in my pocket. Don't say anything. What's there to say? Day 20. I sell the ring. Got $11,800 for it. Almost covers the lost deposits. Put the money in my savings account, the one she never had access to. Day 23. Mutual friends start reaching out. They heard different versions of the breakup. Some think I'm controlling for demanding a prenup. Others think she's materialistic for refusing. I don't defend myself much. Just say we had different views on financial planning. Better to find out now. Most accept that. The ones who push. I explain the BMW comparison and the prenup discovery. Usually shuts them up. Day 30 today. I get a final text from her from a new number I don't recognize. I hope you're happy. You destroyed us over money. I think about responding. Decide against it. Block the number instead. She's right that it ended over money, but wrong about who destroyed what. She destroyed it by comparing me to someone wealthier, then refusing to accept the reality of how that wealth is protected. So, where am I now? Single at 32, out about $9,000 in wedding deposits. But I still have my condo, my retirement accounts, my investments, all $595,000 of assets that she felt entitled to access without any protection. I'm working with a therapist to process the relationship and what I missed. Turns out there were signs of materialism throughout. I just ignored them. Won't make that mistake again. The prenup wasn't about not trusting her. It was about being smart with assets I worked years to build. Her reaction to it showed me exactly who she was when she didn't get her way. Entitled, manipulative, willing to weaponize her family against me. Better to see that before marriage than after. My attorney says I handled it perfectly. Protected myself legally, documented everything, didn't make threats or do anything stupid, just held firm on reasonable boundaries. The friend with the BMW actually reached out yesterday. Her husband wanted to grab a beer. We met up. He said, "You know, when you texted asking about the prenup, I figured you were just doing research. Didn't think you'd actually follow through. She told me to be more like you. I was just being obedient." He left. Well, you matched my energy exactly, including the part where you protect yourself first. Smart move. How's your marriage? Better since the prenup conversation last year cleared the air. We both know where we stand. That's what it should be. Clarity, partnership, equal protection. What my fiancé wanted was access without accountability, security without contribution, benefits without commitment. The prenup exposed that. So yeah, the engagement is over. The relationship is done. But my assets are safe. My future is clear. And I learned a valuable lesson. When someone shows you who they are under pressure, believe them. She showed me entitlement and manipulation. I showed her boundaries and consequences. We're both better off apart.